Hello and welcome to Digging the Coast 3, 6, 5. We're back with John, 15th century John.
Good morning.
You alright? How have you been doing?
Well, let me see.
Yeah, we're not that bothered really, to be honest with you. We're in Mousehole. It's clean. It's raining quite bad and it's forecast to be terrible all day.
Back to normal weather.
We're in a place called Mousehole.
We are certainly in a place called Mousehole. Look at it. Look.
Mousehole. The locals call it Mousehole, but it's
Not
actually
mouse.
Mousehole.
No.
I know it's Mousehole because there's a big sign over there spelt exactly the same as you would spell Mousehole.
Yeah, but you know, just look at it. It'd be some big mouse live here, wouldn't it? So it's not spelt Mousehole.
It's
spelt
called
Mousehole, but it's not pronounced Mousehole. It's called Mousehole.
Now, the first thing I want to bring up whilst we're in Mousehole is you can see all the Christmas decorations in the harbour here. Now, they've taken a lot of them down already, but all through December this is lit up and it's a massive, massive thing for this village. People come from far and wide to see these and celebrate on the 23rd of December. Why do they celebrate on the 23rd of December?
Right, okay, now there is a local legend about a fisherman.
A fisherman?
Yes, called Tom Bawcock. And
Tom Bawcock.
his cat Mouser.
Yes.
Now what happened was, after weeks and weeks of rough seas and storms, the fishermen couldn't go out fishing, and the locals started to starve because that was their main diet, was fish.
Now I can't understand why they were starving. They should have turned around and looked the other way. Look inland. There's loads of food inland. They were just relying on fish. I don't understand that, but they were starving because nobody thought to turn their head around the other way and look inland for food.
Well, that's quite possible. But that's the legend, and it's got to be true.
It's got to be true.
Yeah, it's got to be true.
So it was a stormy time for weeks, and everyone was starving, weren't they?
They certainly
They couldn't
were,
get
yeah.
any fish to eat, you see.
That's right.
But I understand, he had a little cat called Mouser,
That's right.
and it started purring.
That's right. Now, while the cat was purring, it is said that the seas were calmed. So what happened was, the cat purred long enough for old Tom Bawcock, to go out and have a nice haul of fish.
So Tom came back with loads of fish and his little cat called Mouser,
That's right. Yep.
and they made some kind of pie, didn't they?
Oh yes, they certainly did.
What was the pie? What was in the pie?
Let me see. He'd been fishing.
They'd been fishing. I'll tell you what was in the pie.
Yeah, you can.
It was made out of eggs and potatoes and fish, and it had like a
Potatoes?
pastry top. Yes.
Well done.
It had a pastry top and like fish heads sticking out of the top of the pie, called
Very nice,
Stargazy
yeah.
pie. It sounds disgusting.
Yes, it does.
They still eat it today. They still eat it
On
today.
the 23rd. Yucky do.
On the 23rd of December. The reason they celebrate on the 23rd of December with all these Christmas lights is because that was the end of the famine in the 1500s. Well,
Hang on a minute. No, you.
I'm stuck now.
Yeah. So am I.
Another interesting thing about Mousehole is it was invaded by the Spanish
It certainly
in
was,
the 1500s, and they burnt it all down.
Except
one building.
which we're going to see very shortly.
Yeah, let's go take a look at the building. It's from the
Should we
1200s, I believe.
1300.
1300s.
Should we take a shortcut?
Let's not take a shortcut, no. No, let's just walk around the harbour.
Okay.
Well, you take a shortcut and I'll meet you over there. Whilst we're walking round there, I just want to thank Lee and his family for looking after me the other day. Again. Such a lovely family. They're all so happy. Live in absolute chaos, but they're really happy, and that's how life should be. Thank you very much, Lee and family. So back in the 1500s, the Spanish came over and they burnt this town to the ground. Completely destroyed it. Apart from one house. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
One house, and here it is. This one survived. This was built in, I think, the 1300s.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the oldest standing house here in Mousehole.
700 odd years old.
But we've just found something really exciting, really
yes.
interesting. We like this, don't we, John?
Certainly do. I didn't know it was there.
No. So this is where the last speaking Cornish person lived.
That's right, Dan. And there is the plaque.
There's the plaque. She was called Dolly Pentreath, and she died in 1777. She lived there, right opposite the oldest house in Penrith, in Mousehole, which for some reason the Spanish Armada didn't burn down. I wonder why.
Yeah, that is an interesting question, to be honest.
These tiny little cottages, fishing cottages. It's lovely.
Absolutely fantastic.
Right next to the harbour.
Do you know what? I've never actually been down here.
A very interesting fact for you. There's like a little cargo boat ship thing over there, and one of the locals has been telling me, I've been having a good chat with one of the locals, well, John. John was telling me that they actually just sit out at sea. For example, let's say it's full of oil, they'll just sit out at sea and wait until the price of oil goes up or drops, so that they can get the best money before they actually land in England to sell it. That is unbelievable.
That's right. Yeah, that looks like an empty cargo ship. But they also sit there instead of hanging around, say the crew's got to change, you know, a few days time or something, or whatever the reason is. They'll sit out there instead of coming into port, where it'll cost a fortune, basically. So that's another reason why they stay out. And of course, if it's a storm, they'll also come in and sit there. So there you go.
When he started telling me that story off camera, it was really interesting, but it got really boring then. I prefer my story, just keep it straightforward and simple. They come in full of oil and they're just waiting there for more money, because they're greedy.
That's right.
So is this actually Paul? Are we in Paul now?
This is Paul now.
We're in Paul, a different village which is literally about 100 metres away from Mousehole.
That's right.
So I'd call it the same place myself, but no, they call it Paul,
No,
so we'll
it's a
go along with that.
Completely separate area.
We've come to a church. Here is the church. Honestly, water on the lens, I'm going to have this all day.
Yeah, it's back to normal Cornish weather again, which is about right.
We've come to this church because this is where the last speaking Cornish woman, well, the last speaking Cornish person, full stop, is buried. Here lieth interred, that means she's dead here.
Interred, yeah.
Yeah. Dorothy Pentreath, who died in 1777, and this is quite funny, said to have been the last person who conversed in the ancient Cornish, the peculiar language of this county. And here she is, just under there somewhere. Very interesting indeed. But the facts are wrong. She wasn't the last speaking Cornish person, because John here, who knows everything, go on John, give us a few sentences in Cornish.
I tell you what I do know.
That's English.
Let me see. Chai Sauster.
Chai Sauster?
Yeah.
That's a town.
No, it isn't. It's an ancient village.
An ancient village?
And
It's just
do you
a
want
name
me-
of a village.
No,
That's
it's
not speaking
no.
Cornish, that's just a
yes,
word.
it is. No, Chai is house. Sauster is Sylvester. Sylvester's house. There's my Cornish.
Is that all you're going to offer us? No, like, proper...
Tre. Any place that's called Tre.
Oh, give over.
Eh?
Have you not got any... Have you not got any rhymes, any poems? Nursery rhymes?
Hang on.
What do they teach you in school around here?
Bloomin' English. That's all they taught us in school around here. Bloomin' foreign language.
What are you doing, looking for a coin?
No. See, I'll come into the 21st century. I managed to stick an interface.
Ah.
So here we go. Just see if it works.
And what is that?
It's a USB stick.
A USB stick? What, is that instead of a piece of
Yeah.
paper?
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Just hang on.
Ooh. Ooh.
No, I didn't manage to put that on. I forgot.
Bit of a tip for anyone who's planning on dying soon. I suggest getting your gravestone done in slate, because this is from 1847 and it's immaculate, absolutely immaculate.
Gorgeous.
Good old
Work of
Mary's in
art.
here, bless her heart.
What a work of art.
But that's beautiful, it's in perfect condition, unlike some of the non-slate ones which are just a bit battered.
Yeah, aren't they just? Hey?
And look at this strange tree growing here, or dead tree.
It's a gnarled old thing.
We've just stopped here because John's just pointed something out. In this driveway in the middle of nowhere, look what there is. Another Reliant Robin, and you see the back door there. I just said to John, oh, that's the same colour as yours. He says, that is mine. That's the back door of John's Reliant Robin.
Yeah, this is my Reliant Robin as well, Mike.
Oh, the actual Reliant Robin is yours.
That's got a lot of memories with that one.
Yeah, beautiful.
I have. That's a sports model, by the way.
Sports model.
Formula 2 engine.
Formula 2 engine.
High compression head.
High compression head.
High gear back axle, one of only 200.
Wow.
Does 110 miles, or used to do 110 mile an hour.
One wheel missing.
It's in the boot, see?
Oh, give over, it's rubbish, it's rubbish. We've just stopped off at this mill here.
Yeah.
Now the lady of the house is down there, she says we can film it. Look, you've got this big wheel here, which is dated 1907, but the mill itself, she said, has been here since the 12th century. 800 years of mills, 900 years of mills here. That is unbelievable. And her grandfather was the last miller here. I don't know what they milled, I've no idea. Not really that interested, to be honest with you. I just like the fact that it's been here for like ever. And there's an old lady who still lives here. And John's chatting her up down there, look. That's quite interesting.
What's that?
Because John has been going on about these, saying, oh, that's proper Cornish
there.
workmanship. These trough things. You were going on about them the other week.
That's a Mexican's hat.
Oh, yeah. Did you get a telephone number then?
Yes, Dan, very good.
Yeah,
very good.
we saw him chatting her up, didn't we? He were all over her, he were. A bit young for him though, she were only in her 90s. Oh, look at these. Now this isn't all set out for a museum, guys. This is actually... Oh, look at that. These have been used by this family, and she did say on this mill down here, this mill house, there is some writing which her ancestors put on in the 1600s, and I'm guessing she means this. Her actual family wrote that on in the 1600s. I don't know, I think we'll let John get excited about this mill. It's just a little house if you ask me. I think he only wanted to stop because he's had his eye on that woman for a while. I think she was called Meredith.
Yeah, okay.
And John's got a number. John's in love.
Oh dear.
She was 400 years younger than you. Dirty old man. As we were in the area, we just thought we'd stop off here. Lamorna Cove. It's a nice little cove. Just to tell people, by the way, a lot of people are saying, why aren't you using the drone? It's too windy. It's simply too windy.
And wet.
And the kind of places, a lot of them are like this. I can't be flying over the sea. I'm not comfortable to do that even when there isn't any wind. So no drone footage in areas like this at the moment. Anyway, here I am with 15th century John. Now, there's something very interesting here. Look at this, a huge big thing here.
Haggis.
John is going to tell us all about it.
Well, I would say it's probably a large
He ain't got a
lump
clue.
of steel
He ain't got a clue what it is.
with a big corkscrew in it. So should we look?
It's about 30 foot long and John doesn't know what it is. I know what that is. What is it? That went under the sea.
Yeah. For what?
And it went out for a good 2 miles.
So what is it?
2 miles of it going under the sea. It was used in World War II, and they would pump oil through there. The plan was, if the Germans invaded, they would pump oil into the sea and set the sea on fire.
That's a big pipe.
It is a big pipe.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I am sure they did that, but I'm not 100% sure that is one of them pipes. But it could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
Perhaps it washed in with the storm that killed the pier.
Yes, there was a little storm here a couple of years ago, and as you can see at the end here, something's fallen off. Apparently that wasn't like that last time John came here, but to be honest with you, this wasn't built last time John came here.
Now, Dan, would you like to live in that house up there?
Which house?
That house up there, look. It's not the house, really, it's what's behind the house.
I wouldn't like to live in that house, no, because them boulders behind it are definitely going to come down and smash it to little pieces very, very soon.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
So you would have a local man on each arm of this capstan, pushing it round and round, and the chain would be down here pulling in a big fat boat.
I'm not a boat.
Yeah, I'm just using you as an example of a boat. Got the local fishing boats here. You've got Penberth, Grey Seal, and Father Bob. Now this is a rare species. You only get around this cove, I believe.
Look at that.
The wood dog. The famous Cornish wood dog.
That's actually the famous Cornish tailless wood dog, as you'll notice. It's a different variety from the standard.
Oh, yeah. So that's one of the very rare ones.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Hello, you're right.
He's sleeping at the minute, as you can see.
I'm glad you brought me up here, John, because I recognise this view.
You do? Where from?
I've seen this before. It was in the first series of the new Poldarks.
You reckon?
I'm positive. I remember it very well. It was showing some smugglers down on the cove.
Ah. Oh, well done. That's good. I'm glad you noticed that.
Yeah.
It certainly is a beautiful place, isn't it?
It is a beautiful place, and I am correct, aren't I?
Well, according to what I read earlier, yeah.
I'm correct. I am correct.
While we're here, Dan, I just thought I'd give you this.
You'd give me this. What is this?
Yeah. I thought you could do with this, and now I know it'll really help you.
I'm really excited, to be honest, because I do like getting presents.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
I am. I'm really ready for this.
Here you go.
Brown shoe polish.
Yes.
Now, I'm guessing that's referring to the fact that you think I should put some on my bald head.
Yes. Now I reckon
you cheeky beep. Somebody put a comment on this morning about bald head, and they said if you have a bald head from the front, it means you're lacking intelligence or something. If you have a bald head from the back,
you're a prof.
It means you're a good lover.
Oh, great.
Bring it on, I'll be as bald as you like. You can now subscribe to his channel. I'll put a link in the description, if I remember.
If you remember, you'll remember.
It's 15th, basically it's 15th century John.
Surprise, surprise.
I picked the name.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, 15th century John. So yeah, everyone subscribe to John, and there'll be lots of videos coming from him. I'm sure a lot of you will be subscribing because you've all been asking literally every comment. Oh, has John got a channel? Oh, I want to subscribe to John. Oh, we love John. Oh, take John with you. Oh, John this, John that, John. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, man. Just join his channel and leave mine alone, yeah? Johnny, John. Oh, I love John. Go on, John. Go on, John. Slip. You carry on, John. You carry on, my friend. You take care. We don't want you having any accidents.
It's only that deep.
Yeah. Okay then. Okay, you get across there safely. Go on, slip. This would be really funny if he fell in. It'd be so. Oh, he's not good. Oh, that just spoilt my video. That'd have been hilarious. What's the problem, John?
Nothing.
What's the problem, John?
Nothing.
You've lost your piece of paper, haven't you, John?
No, I've upgraded. USB stick now.
So you don't need this piece.
Interface.
You don't need this piece of paper. Then I've just found.
No, it doesn't belong to me. No.
Well, you've just been searching for it all over the floor for the last 5 minutes. But if you don't need it, I'll use that to wipe my lens. So that's the end of this little video. There'll be another little video coming up after this little video, followed by another little video and lots of other little videos.
Something like that.
Yeah. So thanks for watching on Digging the Crows 365. See you very soon.
Cheers!
Bye-bye.
If you'd like to donate to Rays of Sunshine, simply click the link in the description below and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.